Since I signed up with Authors America, which out there fits about 18 years ago, I obtained my doctorate degree in counseling psychology. I transitioned from therapy.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the FIU Panthers, just outside of Miami and Pitbull Stadium. As we'll see a team from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida International Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the FIU Panthers offense will get the first possession of the game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time. Because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The give to the fullback. They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a first down for FIU. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad, like it's something about it. I'm sure it's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
He's got it. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. FIU pushing tempo. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the run. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. The offense set for a 1st down play. Quarterback making adjustments. He's looking to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. This time he's got it. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Panthers!
How about the start from this offense? What a drive, just when they needed a third.
The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's John. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw on 1st down. And as he throws, and it's incomplete as he tried to nestle that ball in along the sideline.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
This time it's complete.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are often...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Takes him in stride inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Wants to throw again. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Now improvising. And he'll finish the run and the end. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the 1st first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Punts it out of the air. Turns it on in midfield. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, FIU. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field.
The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Dropping back, it's John. Rushes on him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Works in the middle of the field. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
3rd down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense comes
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air on first down. Got his man. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's when he catch it, big fella.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida International.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them some.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Nothing but punts as a result of the first three offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. And the Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's John. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Makes the catch at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Working that left side now. And he's brought down after a nice gain. FIU pushing tempo. And that's another FIU. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Panthers. Oh, that may be in, and then strong. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? 3:25. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. To throw, it's John. Makes the catch. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. On the ready. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
Finds the tight end, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You know, and that's a route this offense practices all week long. You really have to have great timing when you're throwing these out routes. There's nothing a defender can do on that one. Perfectly thrown, well caught. Nice job getting his feet in bounds.
He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to keep it in the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous running wide open down the gut of the field. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Panther. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And the defense comes.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Defense looks like they're coming. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's John. Got his man on the right.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time.
There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge. Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
And I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going. Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. FIU pushing tempo. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on second down. Oh, they're after him. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Firing to the right, complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's John. Snagged out of the air. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Let's see what they do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
The Owls, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking for a man. It's John. And he was flat, missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They've got the ball in midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the grab. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. Running back searching for a hole. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop it. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Holds and fires complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Never a doubt. Are forced to settle for 3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by a field goal over Ball State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. He wants to change this route. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And the Panthers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Well, the offense is getting aggressive, and they're trying to take a shot on that play. Just an awesome job of coverage in the back end defensively.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Panthers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Looking to scramble. He'll get rid of it. Got a wide open receiver. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage that are going to the running backs and to the tight ends, those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
FIU pushing tempo. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The screen, and watch out. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They've converted 3rd downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on 3rd and goal. Big fullback's got it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now to see if the defense can make a final stand on 4th and goal. Here comes the option. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, FIU. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra. And the Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's John. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. When you've already set your punter out 4 times, least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. It's complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
To the air on first down. They're working that left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. The Panthers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This offense will try to convert on fourth down for the 5th time. The defense has come up with just one stop so far. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man quickly. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass, it's John. Here comes the heat. He's open on the right. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. Okay, break. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here we go. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The Florida International offense is back on the field. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. Got the first down and more. Still running at the 40. Wide open spaces. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida International. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. They tack a little more onto this lead and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be... And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they're still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To the air, it's John. Here's the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it in at the 40. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On 4th down, looking to pass. On the move, he fires. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them.
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Just a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact forced the turnover.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. but I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Got room to work.
Returner is tackled down at the 36. And your Florida International Panthers...
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his...
Breaks into the open. 30. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Right down the middle. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is.
Ineligible receiver. Downfield. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Get set, get set.
And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
On target to the left. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away. Able to get a big gain on the play. Brings up 4th down.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Try to get it to the edge. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Now they'll run it on the toss. Inside the 40. Turning it on. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And the Panthers are flying down the field. They'll try to get outside. the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll go to the toss. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. The give to the tailback. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Etienne. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Sweet cut there. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Immediately fires to the middle. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They get to him as he throws. Oh, play it's intercepted. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. This drive will open from the 15. Might be changing the route. The toss to the right. Running to Green. Nice move to pick up yardage. A really productive run gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Here we go. Trying to get the corner. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Gets it past the marker. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the wing. Keeping bragging rights now for a while.
bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.